The name of the story, From Nothing to Everything. If you feel tired, if life feels unfair, if you think success is only for others, listen carefully. Because the person you're about to hear about started with nothing, no support, no money, no shortcuts. And yet they refused to quit. This story might change how you see your own life. So, let's start. From the dusk to the dawn, in a small town where dreams were often buried under responsibility, lived a boy named Ayaan. The town was ordinary: dusty roads, rusted signboards, and houses packed tightly together as if clinging to each other for survival. People here didn't dream much. They planned to survive. Dreams, they believed, were luxuries for people born elsewhere. Ayaan was 16 when he first realized something inside him refused to accept this belief. Every morning before sunrise, he woke up to the sound of his mother coughing in the next room and his father preparing for another long day of manual labor. The walls of their home were thin, but the weight of expectation was heavy. Ayaan was the eldest son. He was supposed to work, earn, and support the family, not dream. But dreams don't ask for permission. A quiet fire, Ayaan loved learning, not just from books but from everything: people, failures, silence. He borrowed old textbooks from a neighbor who once studied in the city but had returned defeated. He read them under a dim bulb at night while the town slept. Sometimes his mother would wake up and whisper, "Why are you still awake?" Ayaan would smile and say, "I'm just reading." She never told him to stop, but her eyes carried fear. Fear that hope would break her son. At school, teachers noticed his curiosity but dismissed it as useless ambition. "Marks won't fill your stomach," one teacher said. "Focus on getting a job early." Ayaan nodded. But inside something burned quietly, a fire that refused to die. The first fall, when Ayaan turned 18, his father fell ill. Work stopped. Income disappeared. Reality struck like a hammer. Ayaan dropped out of school and started working at a small mechanic shop. Grease-covered hands replaced notebooks. The fire inside him flickered but didn't go out. Every night, exhausted, he asked himself one question: is this all my life will be? He didn't hate the work. He hated the idea of stopping. The months passed, then years. One evening after a long day, Ayaan overheard two customers talking. "I heard he came from nothing. Now he owns a company in the city." That sentence hit him harder than anything before. From nothing. That night, Ayaan didn't sleep. The decision at 22, Ayaan made a decision that terrified him. He would leave the town. No savings, no connections, just courage and discipline. His mother cried silently when he told her. "What if you fail?" she asked. Ayaan replied softly, "If I stay, I've already failed." With a small bag and borrowed money, he boarded a bus to the city. The city didn't welcome him. It tested him. The city's lessons: Ayaan slept in shared rooms, sometimes on floors. He worked multiple jobs: delivery boy by day, cleaner by night. People ignored him. Some mocked him. But Ayaan had learned something important in his town. Progress doesn't need applause. He studied whenever he could. Online courses, free libraries, YouTube tutorials. Skills became his weapon. Every rejection sharpened him. Every failure taught him. One night, after his 10th job rejection in a single week, he sat on a rooftop, staring at the city lights. For the first time, he doubted himself. But then he remembered his father's hands, cracked, tired, uncomplaining. He remembered his mother's sacrifices. He remembered the fire, and he stood up. The turning point: at 26, Ayaan landed a small internship. No salary, just experience. People laughed. "Work for free? You're desperate." Yes. He was desperate for growth. He arrived early, stayed late, learned faster than anyone else. One day the manager asked him, "Why do you work so hard?" Ayaan replied, "Because I know what giving up costs." That sentence changed everything. The internship became a job. The job became a career. But success didn't come suddenly. It came daily, through discipline. Becoming unstoppable. Years later, Ayaan launched his own small venture. It failed, then another, failed again. Each failure hurt, but it didn't break him. By now he understood something most people never learn: failure isn't the opposite of success, it's the path to it. On his third attempt, something clicked. Clients trusted him, his skills matured, his mindset sharpened. Slowly, income grew, stability followed, then freedom. The return at 35, Ayaan returned to his hometown, not in luxury, but with confidence. He visited the same dusty roads, the same mechanic shop. The owner looked at him and said, "You made it." Ayaan smiled. "No," he said, "I'm still becoming." He rebuilt his parents' home, funded education for local children, created opportunities instead of speeches. When a young boy asked him, "How did you do it?" Ayaan replied, "I didn't wait to feel ready. I started scared. I stayed disciplined. And I never quit." The real message Ayaan's story isn't about talent. It's about consistency when motivation fades. It's about choosing growth over comfort. It's about understanding one powerful truth. Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. You don't need confidence to start. You gain confidence by starting. Dream big, start small, act now. Because one day someone will tell your story. And it will begin with this line: "They came from nothing, but refused to stay there."